There are zero ongoing negotiations.
Maybe these studios just came through the pandemic and they're like, if we can get through the pandemic, we can get through a strike.
We can get through anything.
Think of the ramifications of that kind of a thinking. WGA, they're all on strike. They've been on strike for a couple months now. Now we've got the SAG. They're on strike as well. And it's weird. This summer, we've had a lot of big films from a lot of big directors come out. And like, wow, maybe this was all kind of not premeditated, but happened because of the pandemic and movies getting shifted and moved back. I know Mission Impossible was kind of in the middle there for quite a while as they were trying to make it and had to push it back a little bit. But Christopher Nolan, his latest film, Oppenheimer, which I just saw this weekend. And I laughed because I was like, wow, that's awesome. We got all these movies that had been kind of waiting to come out or be made and finished. And now we're going to have it happen all over again because of this strike, which the latest today is that the lead negotiator for the SAG side has just said he wouldn't be surprised if this goes to January or February, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I've seen is there are zero ongoing negotiations. Like when they went on strike, that was the last time that the two sides have spoken, and they have not spoken since.
And not that the SAG side has not reached out and said, hey, we would love to continue talking. The studios have been the ones to say, we're going to take a little bit of a break right here because we've got money.
We're going to stonewall. Yep. They can wait this out better than the actors can. The strike went down, was official in the middle of the Oppenheimer London premiere, I think it was. And the actors walked out on the premiere. Like they walked like the first few feet of the red carpet and then they all exited. Then I think the most humorous, Disney set up this huge purple carpet premiere for the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And they had it all set up ready to go. And it was a few days before is when the strike went down. And so they went ahead with their premiere, but instead of having actors walk the purple carpet, they had all of the random like Disneyland characters. Like you had Cruella de Vil and the Evil Queen and all of the different, characters from Disneyland who would go to see the Haunted Mansion movie, I guess. They were the ones who walked the red carpet or purple carpet for that premiere. So it's funny, all, the creativity that they get with all of this. But yeah, with the strike, actors don't even promote the films. They are not helping the studios.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting rules that they have for this, and they've kind of laid out for their people. Promoting a movie that you were in, you can't do that. You can't even on social media. They have some rules about it, which is interesting to see if they can actually enforce any of that for these people that have millions and millions and millions of followers. If you're a YouTuber and you are commenting on movies and you are also an actor, that is not a problem. Like you are allowed to do a movie review of a film if you weren't an actor in the film. So I find that interesting. There's a few people that kind of straddle both worlds, but that's totally fine. And I'm assuming that also means podcasts as well. The studios have been saying we offered groundbreaking on the use of AI, which we brought up many times, how much AI has been a part of this. And he was like, yeah, it's groundbreaking that what they brought because we've never had anything. We've never had any rules. So of course, anything's groundbreaking. But the big thing that I thought was so fascinating, and it's like, how did they think they're going to get away with this? Is they're asking for actors to be paid a day rate to come get their bodies scanned, and then they have the use of perpetuity. That in perpetuity. They can use it as much as they want. They never have to pay them again. That was their initial offer from the studio side, which is crazy. Yeah. That's what the actors have is. I mean, I know their actual voice is another thing, but their physical likeness.
Their physical presence. Yeah.
It was insane. Like, why would anybody agree to that? That's putting them out of business immediately. And I was so baffled by that.
Harrison Ford has in his contract, like Disney can't do like a walk around Indiana Jones character. There's like really strict rules in Harrison Ford's his contract, like how much the likeness can be to him. Like, so the likeness of a character or of an actor is heavily negotiated in all of these contracts, especially when you get to like the level of Harrison Ford and his likeness as Indiana Jones is the whole series, right? Like you don't have that series unless you have that likeness of Harrison Ford. So if that's negotiated at this level, what's happened is they're trying to grab all these actors early on, which doesn't have so much of an immediate impact on somebody like a Harrison Ford. But 20 years from now, if there was the new Harrison Ford and he signed that early on, boom, they have it.
It's really shady. I'm baffled every time that I hear more and more about what they were asking for from the studio side, because it makes zero sense why anyone should agree to something like that. I wonder if maybe there's a level where they're asking for the moon and then they'll kind of come back a little bit, or if they're just like, nope, we have the car keys. We're just going to take our ball and go home, mixing some metaphors here, but we're going to wait you guys out until you have no money left. And that's why I think the lead negotiator is saying, hey, this could probably go into January or February. I can't imagine when it's going to really start hurting